So I already started, but I'm working on making a pellet basket here. This is kind of an old funnel cake pan here. We'll start by drilling out some holes on the bottom and then on the sides, and then, if possible, some in the cone here. Alright. I'll have to figure out some way to elevate this thing off the ground so it actually gets some airflow in the bottom. I think these puppies a little bigger now. Definitely think I'm going to need another set. Yeah, see these grabbed on and got torqued a little bit. Yeah, I figure we'll try it out and see how it goes, but I think I'm going to have to double up these holes. Try to figure out what to do next for the base. I just put it on a stand to test it. But yeah, there we go so far. Alright, so I found these 5/8 screws. They're pretty short, but they might be just enough to get this thing up off the ground. I'll pour these in and I don't know, we'll see. I'll try bolting it on and see if it'll give me enough space off the ground to get some air. Yeah, not much, but you get the idea. It could work. It's not on the ground at least, so I guess I should clean my steps. Jeez. All right, well, I'll tighten those bolts down and get another nanometer there. I got those bolts tightened down. Got a little bit of room. I realized I didn't drill this inner ring at all. It's really kind of hard. I don't know if I can go through one of the holes, maybe. Let's see. All right. That's perfectly even holes at the bottom. I want to be able to get up here, but I just can't get the angle. That'll be good for testing. Alright, got a couple, got this filled up and using this as a comparison. Let's see here, let's clean all this out. There's a little bit of draft underneath. Okay. break up some flame log. That'll be enough to get it going. Yeah, we'll let those burn for a little bit. Check back. Maybe a few minutes. Yeah. Okay, that one's not quite lit yet. There might be some in the back there. This one seems to be going pretty good.
Ooh, that looks pretty good. Yeah, it does.
Well, just give it a little bit more time. I think more holes are definitely going to be necessary. So I went ahead and let that burn out, and as you can see, there's a lot of pellets here that didn't quite finish off. So definitely thinking another course of holes here is going to be necessary. I think the plan here is to just double the holes. There were an awful lot of pellets sitting at the bottom of the pan here, as you saw in the last scene. So I won't bore you with more drilling, but I'm going to double the holes down here and on the sides and see how that goes. I did notice just now turning this over, there's pretty good, this must have been a hot spot here. So it'll be interesting to see if this thing even holds up after a few burns. Alright, so I went ahead and doubled up on those 3/8 holes on the bottom there, and then threw some more 3 30-second holes kind of in between, and then I don't know if you can see there on the edges, a few of those there, and then on the sides I did some more of those smaller holes. Kind of worried about doing too big of holes with this. I'm guessing it's aluminum. After seeing this, I don't want to like compromise the integrity too much. We got our standard setup here. Broke up some store-bought fire log there. Put them in both. I'll light these up and check back in 10 minutes or so. Well, I'm having a heck of a time lighting this time. Using a bigger chunk on this end here, hoping to get it light with this cardboard and paper. But this one, I mean, this one burns like a champ, but it's so narrow, I don't know how well it will be to refill. I'll try that this time around as well, but I've definitely got the most complete burns out of this one, whereas this one kind of leaves those charred pellets at the bottom. But we'll check back in here in a little bit. Alright, it's about 10-15 minutes later. It's finally caught there. I don't want to get too close and melt the camera, but this one's burning down, so I'm going to try to add some pellets to that and see how it reacts. Well, putting some pellets on there smothered it out, so hopefully that'll catch back on. If you look at the temp here, yeah, you know, it's still pretty high, 800-900 heats. So yeah, check back in a little bit. Puppy. Alright, well that one relit. I put a piece of paper on top and it's going. Let's compare the temperatures here. I don't know if I can get in there. Yeah, it's, you know, 7, 6, low 700s down here. If I can find a hole, it's in the, yeah, you can see. Over here, yeah, this one's definitely hotter. So I'll go ahead and put a little scoop here on the side and see what that does if it catches. You can see it's already gone out there on the side. So we'll see if that catches. Ideally, you could just add it as it burns down and keep it going. Alright, I'm going to wrap it up here. Looks like those pellets I added burnt, but I don't see much flame coming off them, so I maybe didn't check in time. The other canister here is, I mean, again, I guess it's got the same amount of pellets at the bottom. It's hard to see. Let me see if I can turn the light on. There we go. So there's still a fair amount in there. Still putting out a fair amount of heat despite being out. So this is 740. And that heat part, or the fire stuff that's on fire there, 800s. See if I can tip this over. Oops. Yeah, so still heat's coming off there, but up here I just literally stirred this up a second ago and it's got a good little fire going, so maybe it's just that I'm not tending it frequently enough. So maybe that's the trick, just to keep on top of it a little bit more. Give you a quick visual update here. You can see that I'm assuming whatever paint was on here is burning off. This was after the second fire, and you know, when I was temping it, it was maxing the thermometer out, so it was over 1,000 heats. So we'll give it a go and see how it turns out. Well, because I love fire so much, we're going to do this one more time. I'm going to try something different though. I'm going to use this fuel gel, see if we can get it started faster. That's probably way too much. And, oh yeah. All right. Let's see how well it catches. Oh yeah, look at that. So we'll see if that actually gets it going. I don't know, this one's already going out. Maybe I'll just pour some more fuel on. Whoop. Man, it looks like it's catching there. Well, I'll keep a better eye on it this time and kind of tend it, see if just moving it around, getting air circulating around it, it's going to provide a better burn. Maybe, just maybe, I'll make some wider holes on the bottom here. Although, it's hard to say. I don't know if really the holes are the biggest problem. I think, you know, just stacking them on top of each other prevents a lot of airflow. So, yeah, maybe just gotta tend it, which is fine. I like playing with fire. I think that's going. So, when in doubt, lots of fuel. This one, we'll see. I think it's going. We'll check back in a little bit. probably enough to put that out. Yeah. Wonder if I can add some more and get that going again. See if we can get this whole thing burning again. Doesn't seem to be catching, so I'm going to add some our friendly fuel here. See if we can get that going. Try to stir up this back pit a bit. I'm kind of mix them in if that's possible. Alright, well, 15 minutes later and it's out again, so I don't know. We'll try. I think that's probably it. I think that's all the testing we shall do. It'll be fun. So just want to do a recap on the whole build process. I think overall it went pretty well. I think more holes probably would help. So if you guys experiment with that, let me know. Pitter patter that down in the comments and tell me your experiences. If you use some other different material, I've seen some online that are more like of a hardware cloth that are folded up, that would get really good airflow, I'm sure. Or maybe just some other vessel that you think would work well. For a few bucks from the thrift store and a couple holes drilled and a few screws, I think overall it works pretty well. Some lessons I've learned is that no matter how hard I try, there are some pellets that are left at the bottom, and both the tall round one that I was using from IKEA and this guy. And I didn't have very good luck adding more pellets. When I did add them, I had to get some extra flame on there, so I'd add paper and whatnot to get it started. And it worked okay, but it never really got the same flame as it did from the beginning. So I found that just letting it burn all the way out and then adding more pellets, basically starting over again, letting it burn out completely, add pellets, restart it, was the most effective way to get the best burn and the most heat. The pellets I did have, I got years ago. They were just on the side of the road in a plastic tote outside, and they sat outside at my house for years. So the quality of the pellets could have been an issue. So again, if others want to test and leave comments, that would be really cool to see how it works for other people. But overall, I'd say it's pretty good, and I'll keep using it through the winter. New bag of pellets. Maybe I'll see how those go and comment. But overall, I think this was a fun little project. So I appreciate you watching. Have a good one.